anyone who asks about being a National Board Certified teacher that it is the best professional development I have ever done. It did more to improve my teaching and continues to do more to improve my teaching than anything else I ever experienced.
It forces you to not only look at your practice, but also to collaborate with others and perhaps seek out their help in order to improve your practice.
Reflecting and working on that, I've become a better research manager, more of a facilitator of learning rather than a disseminator of knowledge.
It is a rewarding experience. It made me a better teacher. It made my students stronger learners. I learned how to hand off the knowledge to the students and making sure that they're in control of it and letting them know that they have a voice in what they do.
It just really forced me to self-reflect on my teaching at a way deeper level than I ever would have just on my own.
A lot of times when we're going to professional developments, it's a lot of, sitting and listening, and someone will come and say, I have all these great ideas, here you go, and just sort of throw it at you, and then you go on with your day. And there's not time to think about how you could actually incorporate any of these ideas, and there's no time to actually discuss it with anybody else. And with National Board, you had to take that time. It forces you to take that time and to really think about what you're doing and why you're doing it, and to think about your students and what their individual needs are in your classroom.
I mean, I have my name plaque behind me, not to toot my own horn, but I look at that and I think, okay, I can do that, and then what can I do today to be that high quality, and then tomorrow what can I do? And so I think I have become a better teacher, and I think remembering the process that I went through, while I'm not necessarily going through that process every day and every year, I think about, well, what did I do then when I did it, and how can I recreate that, and how can I do a similar idea with the kids that I have now, however many years later it is. And thinking about, how do I know my kids are learning, and how can I prove that, and if they're not learning, what am I going to do to change that so that they are.
I did it partly in support of Nick, but a lot for validation for myself, and frankly to prove that I could do it.
It was a bit of a monetary issue for me, and it was also, I didn't have to renew my license for 10 years, so I thought that's really great. But all of the real benefits of it settled in on me after I started doing it. And then I realized, wow, look at how I can really improve my teaching with this. I was just sort of skimming the surface of what I could do in my teaching. I didn't have the depth that I needed to have.
I feel strongly that I've become a better teacher with my National Board certification. Just going through the process itself was a lot of self-reflection, and then after having certified, continuing to build on that.
The other thing that I think is interesting about it that I never considered at the time either is it's sort of a prestigious thing. So you're out there in the education world and somebody finds out that you're National Board certified, and they're like, whoa, and they look at you differently.
The best support really was a weekend-long WIAC writing retreat. It was during that time that I was able to meet with other people that have gone through the process, and meeting with other people who score the writings that you hand in, and just having the mentors there and them being able to sit and give you really good feedback on how to write.
One of the things that I have found is that other union members have a tendency to truly understand what it is that we're going through. And by being a union member, you have the ability to not only reach out to people within your area or within your district, the support that you're getting is going to be state and nationwide. When we offered Region 2 support, it was a variety of people who showed up. So we had an elementary teacher, we had a middle school teacher, we had a high school teacher. And so what was nice is the people who showed up for the additional support with national boards were able to receive
feedback not only from their peers, but peers in that age range category. So what WEAC is doing is a very strategic plan for trying to come up with ways to offer that support so people don't have to drive 200 or 300 miles in order to receive that one-on-one feedback.
I can't emphasize enough. Every teacher needs to do this process. They need to do it for themselves. I mean, the union's here to support you. The state has given you a small amount of subsidies, but it's really about you becoming the best teacher you can be.